Alright. So, Dashboard's still acting a fool. I don't know what the hell they did to Twitch dashboard, but I have to refresh it every time to get it to acknowledge that things have started. But, important things to note straight away. One, I've never played this, never seen it played. This is all gonna be completely fresh. The elders speak of a time of great instability, when Gallagher the Wrathful left the kingdom mortally wounded. And a man stared at him from the background. In those days, legend said that the gods had spared a child named Gabriel, of unknown origin. He was brought up by a noble Western family, who instructed him in the art of swordsmanship and chivalry. And then everything burned. He was yet a boy when marauders attacked his village, teaching him that the weak often suffer at the hands of the strong. That night, Gabriel vowed that he would never bow his head to anyone afterwards. Becoming Gallagher's most deadly henchman, scores of victims fell beneath his blade. Such was his ferocity that he struck fear into the heart of Gallagher himself, who then had Gabriel's betrothed killed as a warning that none should seek to become his rival. With the corpse of his beloved in his arms, weighed down by guilt, Gabriel's heart was overwhelmed by bloodlust and darkness. That night was to herald Gallagher's downfall and the end of his empire, and set in motion a tale of vengeance. Lords of Exile. And then a man was sliced in half and exploded, and a title screen appeared. So, I played the first stage of this to get a feel for it after picking it up, kind of on a whim, a little bit. I'm staying on this screen so it doesn't loop back around to the story again. You'll notice that the sound is all very low. That's partially because the stage select sound is much louder than the rest of the game for some reason. It's a good song, but it kind of blew my ears out a little bit, so I've made it so that hopefully that doesn't happen again. As I said in the post about the game, it really feels like Shatterhand and Castlevania kind of came together to make a game that's somewhere in between the two. You'll understand what I mean potentially as we go. Though the Castlevania comparison is going to show a lot clearer a lot sooner. I feel like there was something else I was going to do before I actually got rolling, and it has escaped me. We won't worry about it then unless I remember it later. Oh yeah, I do remember now. Hang on. There was a pop-up as I started the game saying that there may be an issue with flashing lights. There we go. So I'm just gonna have that on screen the whole time. Adjust it down a little tiny bit. There we go. Because I don't know how bad it's gonna get. There was only a couple things that looked like it could have been an issue as far as flashing goes when I did the first stage and change. But just in case, I'd rather people be forewarned and forearmed, because you never know when you're gonna need more arms. But let's get into it. You see here that I have gone to stage 2. We will not be following that save. I don't know how to delete them. Here is the very loud stage select song. Like I said, it's good music, but it's way louder than the rest of the game for some reason. And it doesn't have a separate slider, so That's why everything's balanced down a little bit. Here we go, riding in on the back of a carriage for some reason, instead of in the carriage. I assume we stowed away on the carriage, probably. And there we go. You can already see the Castlevania comparison just in how he moves straight away. We have a sword, and that's about it. We can duck, we can slide, and currently that is also about it. So the rumors were true. Gabriel the Bloodthirsty of Exilia has come here in search of revenge. I admire your bravery. Though all that remains of me is the memory of a fallen warrior consumed by the flames, I will do what I can to help you. You'll find me in piles of bones like this. I'll be watching you. Now, you do have a little bit of air control, but not a lot. The game will be tutorializing buttons as we go. That's why you saw that X appear above his head. That was teaching me what button to press to attack. The problem is, it's using the wrong buttons. There will also be hidden items like that. I have not seen any other ones. That was just the only one I happened across when I tested the game. Now, to my knowledge, the slide doesn't do damage. I did try it on something before, and all I did was get hurt. You have sub-weapons. They will be useful, especially against guys like this. Good fight, everybody. You could have jumped up here and done stuff, but honestly, his attack comes out slow enough that it's really not a threat. Now is your slide tutorial, is they're going to try to drop those on your head. The flame will also hurt you, so you want to stay away from that. Those guys will flash red when they're going to throw something at you. You want to deal with them before they do that. Money is important. Now, I actually screwed up this input because I misread this. What it's telling you to do is jump and then press down and attack, because you have a down stab move you can do. And that breaks the floor. And that's how we get into this section of the game. He jumped on my head, which is upsetting, but, you know, it's fine. But listen to that music. This game has such good music. Like, the pixel art is on point for what they wanted it to be. It's a little low detail, but it's meant to be 8-bit style, so that makes sense. Like, even for 8-bit style, like, look at this crate I'm standing on, for example. Look at how easily you can tell that there's, like, a crack in it on the left side there and all of that. There is so much that they fit into the pixel art for this. And even that barrel is super detailed. There's probably an item up there where the barrels come down. I'm just not that interested. Something I forgot is you can also break the barrels. I really should have done that. You can also climb grates, but let's go this way first. If you have enough gold, you can bet it here. Good luck. Nope. Damn it. Nope. Rip. You obviously can time that. I just was not watching closely enough to time those, because it doesn't go that fast. Yeah, you have to jump off of these grates as you get to the ends of them. Yeah, arguably, I should have a gore warning too, but let's be real. These things aren't making that horrific a visible bit of gore. This area is going to be a bit of a problem. This is where I lost my first life when I tested this. You kind of want to just kind of mash slide to get away from that thing and get enough distance to deal with the things that show up. As you'll notice, by taking the time to swing at those guys, it gained quite a bit of ground on us. And this is a pretty precise sequence in my experience. We're also going to want to slide across that because those all fall. And done in one. It's got a little bit of newbie trap situation there, but it's not awful. You'll notice we can only carry 20 of a sub weapon. We might be able to carry more later, I don't know, but we can't carry more right now. These platforms are a problem, by the way, is they will start lowering when you land on them, but there's a trick to it. If you keep hopping, you'll mostly be fine. I jumped a little too early. You'll also note that you lose your sub-weapons when you die. It took me a little bit to figure these platforms out, because I didn't think of the concept of just hopping on them a bunch, because it didn't make any sense that it would come back up as much as it does. Got spooky ghosts. At least I'm assuming those are ghosts. They look kind of ghosty. There we go. And she laughs at us and disappears. Evil lurks in this wood. I've seen many pass yonder, but none return alive. Samantha, as fair as she's ruthless, one mistake and you too will die. Here, these scythes will help you. Good luck, stranger. Now, those scythes are going to actually be very important. Specifically, is we'll be fighting Samantha now. Get away from that. Jump that. As long as I can remember the pattern, we'll be fine. But this is what the scythes are for, is so that you can reach her while she's up in the air. She's invincible while she's doing this, so you kind of got to wait this out. Then she goes back to the middle. She's gonna summon the samurai again. Jump the flame. I died to her the first time because I just did not understand to dodge the flame. As you can see, you can also just jump and hit her, but it's more efficient if you're using the scythes. And yeah, you'll notice she flashes and her health bar flashes, but it's not a full screened flash. That's why I wasn't sure if the flashing light warning was actually necessary. Because you get like the one flash there, but it's not really a problem. Oh yeah, she also has a real dick move there where she blasts the whole screen aside from the edges when she dies. As you can see, you get a perfect bonus, a clear bonus, and a secret bonus. And then we all go deaf again as we go to Truncata's Gold. I don't know if it's actually as loud for you guys, but it is really loud for me. Because I think I balanced it in such a way that it isn't too crazy for you guys. We also now have our first ability, Forge 1. Increases your sword range. Something I want to check, actually. Because I couldn't figure this out before. Change shadow, change throwing weapon. Yep. Okay. I wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything with how the forge thing works. It looks like we just have more reach, but my eyes might be playing tricks on me, but it doesn't seem like we have that much more reach. That's why I was confused by it. But since it didn't immediately tutorialize anything with button prompts, I'm assuming it just works. Get a load of these freaks, too. The, like, skeleton and centipedes that are running around. They're a little weird. They also take a couple hits. And then that's also a thing. Bone piles. Ah, I see. The skeleton centipedes die if their head is hit, but the body doesn't kill it. Okay, that makes sense. Because you end up killing segments instead of the main body. Those things, as you can see, take a few hits. That's fine. You go down there, you stay down there. To no one's surprise, that platform falls. That platform also falls. Good for me. Slice that rat in half. What do we got? More swords. Okay. I guess they're probably knives, but they really look like swords. I don't know what the deal with this platform here is. This screen is the last screen I did before I stopped. Ah, there was extra money there. Well, that money went to heaven. That's fine. Now, you'll notice this thing is invincible. Okay, hitting it doesn't, like, reflect it or anything either, so I really don't know what to do with that thing. So what do we got going on in here? We got levers. We got pyramid head charger guys that are kind of weird. More of you weirdos. At least they're weirdos with money, though. Slide through that. Probably could have thrown a knife in there, too, and that probably would have worked just as well. We've released Caveman Pyramid Head upon the world, but that's okay. Okay, so even throwing something at him makes him full stop. So that's good information to have. Wow, he has a lot of health. I don't know what that bottle did. It didn't increase my health. Oh, I think it gave me my sub-weapon charges back. Okay, that's actually pretty useful then. Because that'll present a very easy way to deal with the other charging guy. Is we can just throw some scythes at him when he runs back over here. I wouldn't be surprised if these do less damage as well. There we go. We only got 2 hits left, but maybe this campfire will restore us. I mean, these say they restore health, but my health didn't go up. Ah, there we go. It drops the item as a box. Okay, so that was a waste for me to buy all of them then. I should have just bought the restore total HP and been done with it. But, well, you know, you learn. That. Very helpful. Oh, God. Oh, 2 of you this time, huh? Yeah, with 2 of them, these attacks are actually coming out just quick enough to be a problem. Because I keep watching the wrong one. Because I keep looking for opportunities to attack. Okay, 1 dealt with. I'm out of knives now, though. Oh, he got buffed by that happening, though. That's not great. Yeah, we're dead. Funny how 1 of them, not a threat at all. 2 of them, nightmare. The hell of a thing. I also don't have any sub-weapon charges anymore, so I guess we're just gonna have to make do without them. Oh, wait, no. There's one here. And I assume jumping down those holes is probably death, so we're probably meant to trigger this. God, I keep timing it wrong ever so slightly now. Because I'm not in the same position I was before. There we go. Because you also interrupt their move when you hit them. There we go. Now we can easily deal with this one. We lost the scythes, which is unfortunate. Did he get more health as well? Might have. There we go. Legend says Onako, the silent goddess, gives the gold of the fallen to those who bow before her. You have passed her ritual. Your courage earns you the Katsu Shadow. As time passes, your curse bar will fill up. When the power bar is flashing, use this button to summon a shadow. And it gave us a full heal. Sweet. Now, the shadows are where the Shatterhand comparison comes in. Hold down the attack button with the Katsu Shadow active for a shockwave that destroys special walls, but isn't much good against enemies. Okay, so I'm going to want to use that against walls like this. Okay. Because these reminded me very much of the little robots that would follow you around in Shatterhand. That's where the comparison for that comes from. Can I? Nope, I can't put him away either. But it looks like he only uses up meter when he's actually used. So that's good. That's a super rat. Ah, that fills back up the curse meter. Got it. I mean, they say it's not very good against enemies, but it seems to be about on par with our sub-weapons at the very least. But then again, rats are not exactly a crazy dangerous enemy in terms of anything, really. These fish are upsetting. I stand corrected. That jump was upsetting. Anyway. This is probably a good time to remind people that I'm a bit off today because the weather went ape and it snowed after being in the like 60s the last few days. So, I'm a little off kilter. I also didn't get the best sleep last night, but I've also not been getting that much sleep this whole week. So, there's that as well to take into account. Not an excuse, just this is the situation as it stands at the moment. I was really expecting that fish to jump up and knock me into the hole as I tried to clear that hole. It would have been such a mistake for me to try, but I did it anyway. Really? Aha! It seemed too convenient that there was a breakable floor there leading to a spot that you'd otherwise not be able to get to conveniently. I was not expecting a new sub-weapon, though. That's different. Hey, a slot machine. Why there's all these slot machines around, who knows. Only costs 5, though. Nice. I am terrible at this, apparently. So close yet so far. It really seems like there's not much point to doing this, though, because it looks like our best reward is double our money, basically. Depending on what that 3 is. Like, that 3 is probably the only great thing in there. I don't even know if this game has lives, now that I think about it. Bombs. Interesting. I don't want them right now because I want to see what this sub-weapon does first. Oh, it's scythes that go out and come back. Okay. I think I want to keep those, as much as I like bombs and everything that I do. I feel like these might be better at the moment. Though I assume the bombs are probably perfectly suited for this area. Oh, we're not going back for them now. These weird clams that shoot ghosts. There we go. Very kind of them to keep giving us recharges for our curse meter whenever we have to break the blocks. Ah, that's how that barrel kept coming back like that. Okay. That makes nothing but sense. Oh, the water's rising. The ship is sinking, I guess. Okay. Ow. And we get knocked all the way back down when we get hit. That sounds about right. I'm curious what was in that box, but not curious enough to find out right now. Because we gotta go. We gotta go before the water kills me. Okay. Since these guys typically drop a sub-weapon recharge, I'm not too... Oh, those just home in. Okay, those are even better than I thought. Yeah, they straight up just home in on a target. These things are ridiculous. I love these. I'm not replacing these if I can help it. I see why these were a hidden item now. Because these are ridiculous. Reminds me. Yep. Go get that curse charge now that the other items despawned. So apparently curse charge stays around, which I guess makes sense so you don't get screwed out of grabbing it. Now we leave him stuck like that, so we can just do this. There we go. Item management, yeah. I like that we can keep our samurai ghost friend following us around most of the time. That's probably going to change later. I'm assuming curse charge is going to become a lot harder to come by later on. Though between it recharging automatically and the fact that there's so many pickups right now, it really is an absolute non-issue. Oh wow, the box flew away and had a rat in it. That's different. That does teach us, though, trust not the box. The box is not always your friend. Whee! Oh, I hate this. Ah! Okay, they did the good way of teaching you how to do something like that, though. They give you the first taste of it on safe ground, and then they expect you to do it in danger. It's the perfect old-style show, not tell method of teaching. Unfortunately, we did lose our super sub-weapon, but we'll get over it. Because I should have known they were going to have an enemy waiting for me there. Boss fight. No? Oh, well, there's the flashing light warning, probably. Because of lightning. Down the hole. Now for the boss fight. Master of the ship, I presume. Well, that's a shame. I'm still getting used to his jump range, because I keep thinking I can jump ever so slightly further than I actually can. And it keeps screwing me. Now we're going to be going into the fight without... Actually, no, we still get a sub-weapon, and our curse will be charged by then, so we'll be okay. and you get sub-weapon charges back as well. Oh, he transforms. Okay, interesting. Ow. Okay, so you jump the fireballs and duck the... Oh, what the hell? Okay, this isn't doing damage. This is just pushing. Oh, God. Thank you for the raid, kitty. And hey there, Amber. How's everybody doing? Thank you, thank you. How was Pal World? How is everybody doing? Don't mind the panic. What's up, Juice? Oh god, oh god. Okay, he's gonna do the thing now. Glad to hear it. I did see that you had started up early, but I was already kind of committed here, otherwise I would have been there for you. Thank you for the follow, Juice. Back to tiger form. I don't have any sub-weapon charges anymore, so I can't really attack him while he's doing that. Actually, I can. Just use my ghost friend. Makes sense. I'm glad it worked out for you as well. You need that sub-weapon charge. There we go. Now, as it says on screen, there is a flashing light warning. Specifically, right as I step forward here, there's going to be a bit of flashing, just as a warning for everybody that came in. Okay, now it's over again for the moment. But every now and then, this game gets the bright idea of doing that, so just be warned of that. That's why the warning's on screen. Keep waiting just slightly too long. Now he's gonna try to push me off the ledge again. I really thought this was some kind of crazy laser move when he first started doing this. I had very big concerns. Okay, now he goes back to playing his flute. We're gonna be here for a little bit, I think. This fight's gonna take longer than the last one for sure. Because I don't have the right sub-weapon to make this quick. Nope, didn't turn around quick enough. Now, this may look like a very old game, but this actually came out on Valentine's Day this year. Just as a fun little note for everybody to take and run with. One. Ah, I can hit him when he jumps over me. Okay, very good. We'll just keep swinging then. That'll speed this fight along. There's one mistake and I'm going in that hole again, and it's gonna be very upsetting for everybody involved. Oh. Oh, he doesn't do contact damage when he's in flying flute man mode. Important to remember. Dang it. It's fine, it's fine. There we go, we got our meter back so we can summon our friend. No, 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 no. No. I'm not going in the death hole. No. You go in the death hole. That's right, you turn into a skeleton. Now, what does he teach me to do? Word of warning, by the way, the stage select sound is going to be a bit louder than everything else. It should be okay, but there it is. We're off to the Cursed Mountains. I don't know why that's such a jump in volume. So what did we get? Press jump in midair to double jump. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so I just have those. Excellent. Get rid of those. A double jump in a game like this is going to be huge because a lot of my deaths have been misjudging jump length. So the double jump will save us from a lot of those. Grab that. Summon our friend. Get rid of him just in case he comes up behind me while I'm trying to do these jumps. Okay, everything is fine. The stage doesn't... Look at that thing in the background. What am I looking at here? Some kind of skeleton pyramid head that's also the size of a mountain. I don't like it. Nope, I don't like it. I'm getting that off screen. We're leaving. I thought I was gonna reach that. Well, that's a shame. Okay, grab that. Cut you down. I can't tell if they've got crazy hair or if they're some kind of weird creatures, but they need to go either way. Scythes. Right? Everything is fine. Everything is fine. That guy off the platform. Okay, good. I can reach. I don't think I want to be up here, but, well, we're here anyway. Ah, he blocks. Okay. Just like the other guys. Doesn't look like I need to deal with him, though. So you know what? We're just not going to deal with him. He is not my problem. Let me guess. I got to get into that hole, don't I? Maybe I do need to deal with you. Ah, he's guarding... Now, those who came in with the raid and everything probably haven't seen this sub-weapon yet. This sub-weapon is ridiculous. Ah, yeah, he did need to die for me to go. It's a returning double-ended scythe that homes in on targets. It is the best thing I've seen in this game. Because it will just seek and destroy. It is so good. It is so stupid good. I love it. That. Okay, the water pushes me. I'm gonna need to keep an eye out for that. Now, I'm not as dynamic as I would normally be, and I apologize for that, but I did not really sleep, so forgive me if I'm not as animated as I ordinarily would be. I'm also trying my best not to die, so that takes a little bit. There we go. Get our curse charge back. Okay, those do go down ledges. That's a problem. This is gonna take a minute. Nice. And there's a little hidden passage here. Ah! Prizes? Good things? Death traps? Yep, it almost was a death trap. Huh. Damn it. Would have been nice if that was a full heal, but, you know. Guess we just don't get what we want here. Sounds about par for the course. Damn it. Well, maybe we get a second chance at getting what we want out of that now. There's every reality in which that is exactly what will happen here. There's also a very high chance that that's absolutely not how that's going to work out. I keep thinking he's going to attack with me whenever I attack as well, my little samurai ghost friend. But unfortunately, he only does a charge attack for me. God, there's so much going on here. Ah! Why are you like this? I really thought I wasn't making that one, and I was gonna be so sad. Nice, that landed. As you can see, the regular scythes do a bit more damage, but they are a little tricky to land because they are arced like Castlevania axes. Real good for disposing of things like him, though. There we go. Nope. I was too late again. Damn it. Oh well. Scythes are fine. I would like the homing ones, but I'll take what I can get. Oh, well, I hate this. I hate this a lot. But there we go. Yep, I figured it was over either a pit or spikes, one of the two. There was no way there was gonna be good things down there. Why is this shaped this way? It looks like an upside down Y, so it almost makes me feel like I'm supposed to use a sub-weapon here or something. Huh. There's the exit, but there's a shop over here. And a lever. What is... What? Whirling shield, whirling scythes, restore health. Well, we're definitely buying the health restore. That much is guaranteed. Now, I don't know if these are mutually exclusive, so let's get the whirling shield first. Okay, that's just a thing that orbits me. Excellent. Alright. Boss fight? Not quite. I don't know if that's going to be an arachnophobia warning, but judging from the bodies hanging in the background, I suspect we're going to be seeing more of those spiders. So bear that in mind as well. There may be times where you're not going to want to look at the screen if you don't like spiders. As while they're not 3D, they're decently sprited, so it could be a concern for some people. Okay, we're good, we're good. I wanted that money, but not badly enough to risk my life for it. I risked my life for money enough last night with lethal. I'm not doing that again today. Okay. There we go. Let me in. All of this work to get to a slot machine, huh? It's probably gonna be a waste, too. What's up here? Is there anything up here? No, there's just nothing up there, even though those are suspicious ledges. Apparently, that's just nothingness. I hit the wrong button. Because it defaults to no. 22 per spin this time. I did say yes that time, video game. Game, please. There we go. I don't know why it wasn't letting me do it, even though I pressed the same button every time. 3. Damn it. All right, we're out of here. With that one being that expensive, I ain't gonna go crazy with it. Let's see. I did not acknowledge you, Mr. Golem, and that's on me. But that's not an excuse for you to throw things at me. That's very rude. Stop it. That's enough out of you. See? That's enough. Well, there went my whirling scythes, but I guess I have bombs now. Ow. We still haven't seen bombs in this game yet. Well, that's about as expected. Okay, very good. Let me break this from the other side. Yep, that's scythes. I'm gonna keep the bombs for now, see how well they work. Even though it's probably a bad idea. They're probably great against the golems, though. Yep, that's actually really good against golems. Noted. Really? That's not actually a path? Huh. That really looks like it would be a path. Can I bomb it? Nope. Okay. That was worth a try. There you go, catch. Oh, bombs, I guess, take multiple charges because I have 2 charges and I can't bomb. That's upsetting. This double jump is so nice. I keep doing the jump and down attack in the wrong order. Eh. Yep, that ain't gonna reach him. I timed that wrong. It was supposed to go off right when he ended up over there, but I threw it too early. You cut it out with that blowgun right now. Thank you for dropping health, though. Health I promptly wasted trying to kill your friend. Oh, you can turn around while shooting. Wasn't that nice for you? Appreciate it, Pazzy. Technically, it was yesterday, but it's carrying over to today, so I'm just gonna roll with it. Hopefully all is well with you, buddy. Let's see, I do need all of my health back, because boy am I getting my tail kicked in. Yeah. Whee! I wonder what that block was. There was a block on the way down there. Well, I am out of bombs, so I guess I'll take those. I do want those scythes more, so give me that. Nice. Just gotta keep the area around me clear so I don't get mauled. What is this? Knives? No, thank you. Arguably, the knives are probably better for some things, but the scythes do more damage, so I'd rather keep those. My gut is telling me this is a death trap, but curiosity... Okay. It won't let me in there. I had to know. I had to know if it would let me go down into the hole. Can't cut the spider strings. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, I mean, it's probably for the best, to be fair. Okay, that's a heal. I don't really need it, but I'm grabbing it anyway. Because it's not like it'll stay for me to come back for it. Now that the box has been opened. But, now that we know that that's there, if I have to come back here, we now know that we can get a heal. Oh, it's spider boss time, isn't it? This really looks like spider boss room. Hello? It's very quiet in here. Hello? Oh, I climb it. Okay. Well, that's upsetting. That's very upsetting to look at. It's also dropping rocks on me. Oh, it does 2 damage when it touches me. Okay. Oh, I don't want to be in any of those spots, probably. Oh, that doesn't look good. Ah, it gives me sub-weapon charges back, though, when I break them. Please don't. Please no touchy. Do not wish to be touched. Okay, this fight doesn't seem too bad. Aside from looking at this thing. Tiny! You're just in time for crazy, weird face spider thing. I don't know how to feel about this situation, but we're here. Wait for it to goop everything so I can get sub-weapon charges back. Thank you. Like, these fights have all been very well designed so far. Yeah, I mean, what else am I gonna say about this thing? It is a weird spider face thing. It is a spider with a face. Tiny. I can't say that the statement is inaccurate, but tiny. Yeah. First try. It's funny, we haven't died to any of the bosses yet. We've only died to stages. And there's the really loud stage select theme again. On to Wandering Night. I love that song, but God, it's so loud. Oh, we don't actually get to ride the horse. We just ride it to the train. Okay. I thought this was actually gonna be a riding stage, which would have been really interesting. Oh, good, I get to keep the shield I bought, too. So let's see. Shield... Oh! It's just an ability we have now. Shields spin around you, protecting you. Nice. Yeah, it's not great. Which is a real pity because it's such a good song. Throwing tiny pickaxes at me. Get a load of this guy. He's gonna hurt somebody with that thing. Also, apparently the rat was rendered over him, which is interesting. Huh. Like, I'm sure that was probably to keep people from ending up not seeing the rat, but it's just really funny to just watch that happen. Huh. Anyway. Ow, that went right where I thought it wasn't going to. Okay. Whoa. And we got Surprise Bomb Man. Okay. Oh, and he's got a twin brother who also bombs. Understood. Just cut it out, you two. Enough out of you. Speaking of enough out of you, you and your horse both explode. No. Wow, that's a lot of things being thrown at me. Could you kindly not? You having fun down there? Okay, bye. Anyway. That item has a guard dog. Now, as we learned in stage 1, those are indestructible. Or was it stage 2? Either way. We learned very early on that those cannot be killed. He's also guarding a knife, which was not worth it. Look at you, fancy guy with your shovel. That's what I think of your chivalry. Anyway. Well, that was inevitable. No, 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 no. This is why we throw things at people, because otherwise we get poked and fall into a death pit, and everyone is sad. And not good against enemies, my ass. It works just as well against enemies as my sub-weapons does. Oh. Game telling me lies, saying that that attack isn't good against enemies. It's probably a matter of it's not high damage, but it's high enough damage. We are not doing that again. No. We're doing that again, though, apparently. There's a heal. This game's overall been fairly easy. I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought this was going to be harder than it's been. And now that I've said that, it's going to come back to bite me. Horrifically. Because we are only, like, not even halfway through the game. So the second half might be a nightmare. We'll find out. Don't give me that look, Tiny. You know what I'm saying is true. I don't know how to feel about them just dropping. What are they doing here? What is this supposed to be accomplishing? Oh, I know. There's nothing stopping Tiny doing that, but I can try. Like, I would almost feel like this is them fueling the train, but why is it here? This seems like a very strange layout for this idea. Oh, they got the returning shots already, huh? But, wow. Well, that took care of him real quick. Ow. That is not healing, but I'm gonna take it anyway because I'm almost out of bombs. Oh, hey, bombs. What do you know? Eat. Convenient how that worked out, really. Speaking of bombs, though. There he goes. Okay, we only barely got through that. Come on, at least get through there. Okay. We're probably gonna die, but at least now we'll respawn here. I see those little green things going across the floor. I don't like that. How about we stop doing that? Only 2 healing here, huh? Well, I'll take the whirling scythes. Still better than no healing. Oh, you son of a bitch. I saw it, but I was already in the air, so there was nothing to be done about it. To be fair, I had a perfect solution to that, but I didn't think it through, so that one's on me. I really should have just thrown the scythe and asked questions later. I assumed as much, because they've been occupying a similar space to Spike's. So it seemed like a safe bet they were going to kill me. Okay, so that all worked out when I actually used my brain for a second. To think, we could have gotten through that without dying, but oh well. Could you... Thank you. It was just for money. Yeah, no, it would have been entirely too generous of them for those cookers to not kill me instantly. Okay, he's immune to that too. So I'm just gonna go. But there's prizes over here. What is this? You're not gonna let me hit that way, huh? Oh, it's a heal. Okay. I just didn't want to break it too close to it in case it was a sub-weapon that was gonna replace the one I like. Well, it's gone quiet again. 43 for that slot machine. Yeah, no. You can go straight to hell with that idea game. More electricity. Interesting. Robotic helicopter cowboy ninja thing. Okay, you know what? I don't know what I was expecting, but this guy isn't it. Like, I expected cowboy. I expected some element of cowboy, considering it's a train. Oh, okay, the net stops me in place. Got it. I can break the net, though. He seems to be immune to this sub-weapon as well, which is a problem. Oh, he's got laser eyes, so he's a robot. Okay, he's definitely a robot. There was some doubt in that he could have been, like, just wearing really crazy armor. No, he's got laser eyes. He is definitely 110% robot. That's a heal in there, so I don't need that. The game is not going to give me a sub-weapon unless I gamble for it, so we'll give it a try. I said I'll give it a try. Well, good enough for me. The sub-weapon also bounced off of him, so I don't even know why I was bothering. Yeah, laugh it up, funny boy. Like, the laser thing seems to be his most dangerous move so far. This net thing's annoying, but it's not, like, the worst. And I can just duck the laser eye. I just anticipated the laser expanding, that's why I didn't duck it the first time. He is slowly chipping me to death, because I'm being too greedy, though. Got him. And then he exploded, taking the train with him. I really thought the middle of the train was gonna explode. That's why I didn't stay there. Considering all the other ones had a on death screw you move. Nagoro's Wrath, including very loud music again. And what did we learn from him? This powerful sword deals double damage to enemies. Oh, our sword has a different color to it slightly, and we just do more damage now. Nice. Sounds good, Pazzy. Rest well. There we go. I see you pointing at me, sir. Yeah. It's a subtle difference, but it's there. More bombs. Bombs are not super useful here so far, but I'll take them anyway. They might be useful at some point in this stage. Otherwise, they wouldn't be giving me that, specifically. Yeah. Really? There we go. I wasn't about to jump down there Because let's be real, I was gonna jump down, he was immediately gonna shoot me off that platform, and I was gonna die. I know how that trick works. Oh, that's convenient. Ah, of course it's a trap. Okay, duck that. When he does the low one, gotta jump it. Speaking of jumping... And he's dead. Thank you for a full heal. Yeah, I'll take those. The bombs do... What? Okay. That happened. That guy sure existed. Look, just because you studied at the School of Tasmanian Devil does not mean I'm gonna deal with you. Damn it. I didn't want to wait for it. I should have just waited so I could keep the scythes. Ah, well. Well, bye, elevator. That might be a death pit now. That'd be really upsetting if that's true. Yes, yes. Spin. Missed me. Missed me again. Idiot. Oh, they throw knives too. Look at them. Look at them having multiple talents. How nice for them. No. I said no. Bad. He's lucky that the ceiling is low in here. And I lost my scythes. Okay, they are in fact invincible when they're doing that. I figured. They seem like they don't hurt me either when they're doing that, though, which is weird. They're just kind of spinning around like yahoos, and I don't know why. Of course. Tradition upheld. I will also take that as a cue to drink, because I feel like that might be the intent behind that. Oh, they do block when they're spinning. Look at them. Goodbye. I don't even need to deal with him. Another slot machine, huh? How much is this one? 54. How about we don't? How about we don't? Yeah. That emote will never not make me laugh. Yeah. What am I being put up against this time? An army of ninjas. Okay. Yeah, I know that's your favorite thing, Tiny. Oh, they stay around if I miss them, too. Okay. Good to know. I don't know how to tell you guys this, but I think I found a weak point in your strategy. It's called I stand right here, and most of you die without being able to touch me. So, you know, that's a shame. Now we've got another shadow that can follow us around. Passing a Nako's ritual has earned you the Ishinseku shadow. Use these two buttons to switch between the two shadows. Now, what does this shadow do? Oh, it's the hook guy we just fought. Neat. Hold down the attack button with the Shinsaku Shadow active to launch an attack at special targets. Very effective against multiple enemies at once. So it's a piercing shot, too. Though the other one pierced as well, so I'm slightly confused. Oh, it's probably gonna let me grapple around, probably. That's probably the key to this whole thing. Yep, we knew that already. Thank you for telling me that 5 feet away from where you just told me that. I have nothing but nerves about this idea. Whee! It is effective like they said, though. Yeah. Whee! That is gonna get me killed at some point. 100%. At some point, they're gonna put a sucker trap where I'm gonna launch myself into my own death. Like, not even a question. That's gonna happen. Of course you jumped up there. Of course you did. What's this shop got for me? Bombs, a little bit of healing, and more bombs. Because you didn't get enough bombs the first time. There we go. Whee! I am slightly concerned about the fire underneath me here. Feel like that's not going to be good for me. Don't know where I get that idea from. Just a, you know, a gut feeling. Okay, it does do damage on the way back like I'd hoped. Look at this guy attacking from off screen. Cheeky bastard. Like, just because I knew he was still there does not give him the right to attack me from off screen. That is not okay. Also, if you hold a bow long enough that your arm starts shaking before you release, just gonna say, don't do that. That, one, that'll ruin your accuracy. It'll also make your arms really hate you. So just don't do that. That's your hot tip for the day. It wasn't double jumping for some reason. That's why I was just kind of hopping there like a moron for a moment. Oh. Down the hole we go. Can get a total heal or just 2. We may as well take the total heal because we may as well get the 1 more hit point, because it might matter. More scythes. We're at the boss again already? Oh. Oh, hello, sir. You are large. You are a large metallic boar. Or at least armored, I should say. What is this attack? Okay, you have the earth wave move too. You chew the air, which... Oh, you're spitting bombs. That's what you're doing. Okay. Understood. He spit many bomb. I think we found the wall we're gonna be hitting for a bit here, because boy, this is a fight. Like, I love the idea of this, but boy, the actual practice here seems less than ideal. Because I also can't hit him when he's doing that. That is so many bombs. Jesus. Yeah, this is upsetting. This is just, like, generally upsetting. I feel like I have to start clocking some damage or we're just out of luck on this one. And we're dead. Yikes. I don't know if they thought this fight through. This one might not be great. Like, there's plenty of warning on the flamethrower, so the flamethrower is fine. It's the bombs that I'm actually starting to really have an issue with. Because there doesn't seem to be a safe spot from them at all. Can't drop through those platforms, as it turns out, so that's a problem. So I feel like I might have to just damage race this guy to death. Got him. That was at least a solution, is just spam him to death. Now it's raining blood, which puts out the fire, so I did a good... Oh, it's not over yet. What the hell is this? Huh. I see. Interesting. I now understand why his health bar isn't as big as I thought. Yeah, I figured that was getting clipped. If this is a boss just halfway through the game, I'm worried what the final fight's gonna look like now. There's gonna be somebody riding around on this thing, adding even more attacks. Like, I feel like the bomb spam just goes on a little too long. And we're dead. This might just be a little overkill. I don't know. This doesn't seem ideal here. Maybe there's a trick I'm missing. Like, maybe he's got a big weakness to the new ghost we got or something. I mean, that works. And it does let me attack from that angle, so it... Actually, yeah, that might be the key to this. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but it gives me an attack angle that works. Of course, now we're gonna lose probably 2 hits to bomb spam again. And the fact that it is immediately followed up by the fire breath is the other problem. Yep, there it is. This is either going to be a case of I have to really just take a very slow fight here, or this thing's just going to be a big problem in general. Because I see a slow way to go about doing this without getting hit, but I really don't want to sit there and fight him for that long. Especially since there's a very real chance we're just going to die to the second form. Okay, so we are safe from grenade spam over in the corner here. So I think I have figured this out. It's just really unfortunate. Yep. Yeah, but see, in that moment there, it's very hard to get a hit in without getting hit. I'm also trying to save some scythes for the second phase, so I got some leeway to work with. But as you can see, fighting him the long way, infinitely safer, just takes a decent amount of time. Not as long as I thought it was going to, though. Now he turns gray, starts raining blood, and then the head's gonna get up and try to kick my ass. How much health does this phase have? Not much. Okay, that's a little fairer at least. This is why I kept the scythe. This is so that I could hit the head without having to get too close. Like, it only killed me the first time because it caught me off guard entirely too much. Because every boss has had a final fuck you, pretty much, so I don't know why I didn't expect this. Oh, am I really gonna... I'm gonna die again anyway, aren't I? Yep, there it is. Because that hitbox is just that couple pixels wider than I gave it credit for. Because the thing is, my sword range just isn't long enough, so my only other option would have been to sit there and wait for my meter to recharge. And I'm just too impatient for that. That's just not within my capacity to do. Yeah, I keep catching the grenade if I go and stand there to do that. I really should actually be saving all of my meter for the second phase. But it'll recharge by the time we get to that phase. Come on. Get your indigestion out. Okay, I can hit him from the ground. That I did not know for sure if I was going to be able to do that or not. Yeah, but see, fighting him methodically, we actually have a lot of leeway. This is just another case of the perfect fight to defeat somebody that's impatient like I am. There we go. Phase 1 done. We have almost all of our scythes. We have a full meter. This shouldn't be a problem. Just took entirely too goddamn long getting through it. He's also really goddamn big, which is annoying. Why did it not take my down input? Of course that scythe didn't hit. Fuck you, game. But it's fine. We got it. Give me pig power. Loud sound inbound again. Apparently we got a clear bonus that time. Swamp Guardian. Okay. 3 more stages. Oh good, I get 10 more throwing weapons after the fight that clearly we needed throwing weapons for the most so far. Oh, you bastards. I had a feeling they were gonna try to swindle me somehow with these platforms. I'm glad this platform doesn't drop. Because that's the thing. They're very rude in places, but they're reasonable where it matters.
Kill them all.
Oh, happily. Oh, how happily I will destroy everything. There we go. I see you in the water. No. Just gonna wait for that to despawn. Because if I try to jump over that, that's not gonna work out. Come on, go away. Shoot. Be gone, lesser scythe. No one wants you. Yeah, I had a feeling. They taught us the mechanic, now it's going full tilt. There we go. Oh, this is upsetting. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. That's what I was afraid of, but I had nothing I could do about it at that point. The second I left the ground, that was over. It's one of those moments where you know you made a mistake, but there was nothing you could do about it. Wrong one. There we go. Managed to fake him out. I really expected that platform right before the Spearman to go down on that whole thing. And it was going to be a real issue. Okay, we only need 2, so we'll buy the 2. Nope. Well then. Ah, his mouth is his weak point. Got it. And that's why they offered me the knives, is because of shot angling. Now you'll notice this doesn't have a health bar, so this isn't a boss, this is just a mini boss. This is probably all it does. It's turned red, okay. There he goes. Had to use like all of my scythes to do it, but he's dead. Joyous day. Oh. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we're in the belly of the beast now, huh? I really thought that was like a haha fuck you attack where we were going to be dead. So I'm at least glad that it wasn't an instant lose prospect there, at least. I don't really want either of those right now. Not without knowing what we're getting into. Yeah, the sides were definitely the better choice to keep. The bombs would be better for the barriers, but the sides are good for getting rid of the spawners. Okay. Ooh, there we go. Better scythes. I have a bad feeling about this. No, it was a curse boost. Okay, that's fine. They did such a good job with the music for this game. There we go. It's a pity there isn't more of it, though. It's like, these stages are multi-part, but the separate parts don't get different music. They all have the same music throughout all of the parts. That's the only real downside. But I would rather have a handful of really good tracks rather than a bunch of meh tracks, but more of them. Can I fit here? I can, okay. We just need to boogie out of that spot. Give me that. We may as well recharge these. I got plenty of money. Get full health. Damn it. Okay, nothing good in there. There we go, get rid of all the weird spawners because I don't want them following me up here. Clearly, I'm gonna have some issues in that regard regardless. But at least we have less of them. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of, is the homing is gonna target the wrong thing there. Okay, I have a plan. This is why you use the tools you have. Nice. I'm glad I held on to these. They're just so good. Just such good enemy control. Just imagine how much more trouble I'd be having in this section if I didn't have these homing scythes. Like, I could probably still keep them under control just fine, but it would be taking a lot more movement and effort on my part rather than just repeatedly just hurling things. I would really love that health. Got it. No extra charges in there. Okay, that's fine. I will say, as much as I commented that this game seemed a little easy, I'm glad they didn't go all in on making it play as if it was NES hard, because that would have also not been any fun. It's like, this has been very enjoyable. The only reason I commented on it being a little too easy is I'm going through it too quickly. Up. It's behind door number block. Money. Nope. Good thing there's no fall damage. That would have been embarrassing. Oh. Let's not do that dance. I'm not gonna have the meter to open the other ones. How much is this? I assume it's gonna keep getting more expensive. Yep, 97 now. Like, we have a bunch of money, so getting more expensive makes sense, but there's also nothing I really need out of that unless I manage to get the sub-weapon recharge, which... The sub-weapon recharge would be nice, but by the time I manage to land it, I don't think it'll be worth it. I guess we're fighting its heart, even though its heart looks like it, which is a little weird. Why are there fingers inside it? I have so many questions that are probably never going to be answered, and I'm not sure I actually want to know the answers. This thing is weird. I kind of dig it, but I'm also very confused by it. And we're dead. Okay, this doesn't seem too bad to beat, though. Oh, and it respawns us right in here. That's actually kind of convenient. It's like, the main part doesn't do contact damage, which is what I didn't understand at first. So this thing kind of just gets slaughtered once the fear of contact damage is gone. There we go. Does it have a second form? Nope. That's stage 6 done. There's only 2 more stages to go, and we're not even 2 hours in. Oh god, the gates of darkness. Okay, we have a boosted drop attack now. Nice. Not sure why weird serpent things innards gave us that ability, but... Hiya! Like, I feel like that was just a... Okay, we need to put this ability somewhere. I guess we'll give it to him, because we don't know what else to give him. And there's the weird ghost wolf heads that were the title screen pointer. And I will say this, if we end up beating this very, very quickly, this is just going to be short, because I don't have the energy to switch to something else today. I'm just going to say that one right now. Get out of here, monkey boys. Because I'm pretty sure I saw a monkey tail on those samurai that fell down. I don't want that. Nope, 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 nope. I see. How about you never do that again? No. Alright, Samurai Andros, cut it out. Yeah, I figured those were indestructible. Uh-huh, I had a feeling they were gonna put one pointed the right way eventually. Yikes. They're not playing around anymore. I definitely want the Whirling Shield and the health. There we go. Because the Whirling Shield gets rid of him. And then I scythe this one. Yeah, that's definitely a monkey tail. At least they're trying to kill me while sick music is playing. Get rid of that first, and that. Now we come down here and deal with these two jokers. Okay. Like, I fully expect the final fight is gonna be a doozy. If it isn't, I will actually be genuinely shocked. Okay. Hello, demonic statue of liberty, who appears to be holding a spleen or some other organ in its hand. I don't know what's going on here, but I don't like it. I like it less now. I do, in fact, like it less now. Okay, those damage immediately. I keep forgetting that. There we go. That thing's gone now. Okay, there's things I want over there. God damn it. You have to double jump at a certain point in your jump or it doesn't do it, it seems. Now watch, there's not going to be any more scythes in here and I'm going to be sad. Yep, that's about what I figured was going to happen. Can't afford to hesitate. If I hesitate at all, I'm done. Hesitation is death. Hesitation is death. I know there was another path over there. Oh, well. Whew. Well, that was nearly bad. So anyway, we just started climbing. Nothing bad happened. I totally just wanted to go over here. I see how this plays out. Yeah, I figured that was a cursory charge. I don't know why every time the first time I say yes, it doesn't do it. I just cannot get that timing down. Anything actually in any of these? Nope, sure ain't. Great. go, gotta go, gotta go right now. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Ow. Yeah, I was screwed on that deal. No matter what move I made there, I lost. I knew I got onto a bad cycle, but it's just like, there's nothing I could do. I actually really need these scythes for this section. Because it lets me clear the lasers. Oh, it'll let me clear some of the lasers, and it'll also let me clear the guys that are above me like that. That are the real issue. And we know that box had bombs in it, so we don't need that box. This double jump sometimes is such a menace to society. Okay. Making sure there's no breakable walls there. We haven't seen breakable walls in this game, but that doesn't mean that there isn't any. It just means we haven't seen them. Because there was a secret bonus, wasn't there? Oh, I ended up with knives because I wasn't paying attention for a split second. And there's nothing to replace them with here. Great. Love that for me. It's not to say they don't have a purpose, like dealing with that guy from this angle. But they kind of fulfill the same role as the charge attack from our ghost, so that's why I'm not really a fan of the knives at all. Otherwise, I would prefer the straight throwing weapon because of the fact that throwing in an arc is kind of a pain. But it's so useful in this game because everything's positioned based on that idea. Great. We got Medusa head. It's following us now. I fucked up. There was no two ways about that one. I shouldn't have jumped. Just straight up should not have jumped there. Definitely a perfect case of my feet left the ground and I knew I was dead. And I can't even say it was a panic jump. I just, for some reason, decided it was a good idea to attempt that. Huh. Well then. Because as you can see, those aren't even that hard to jump to make. Just, you need to not get ahead of yourself. I could have used the ability to just jump across, but I noticed the post a little late. Ow. Perfect, full health. You have dogs, good for you. Gabriel, the thirsty of Exilia. It was not enough for you to rebel against my master. You had to slay my innocent sister Samantha, too. Enough talk. Your time has come, Gabriel. Werewolf, I assume, or something? Okay, you have ghost summoning abilities just like Samantha did. Good for you. Okay, that's a neat trick. Good for you. I guess that's why the statue here had that ability, is because you gave it to the statue, probably. Or maybe it gave it to you. Who knows? Get bullied. You go to your corner. they're red now. They're probably pissed. What do those do? Oh, death pinball. Got it. Ends dog summoning. Neat trick. Really neat trick you got there. Get bullied back into your corner. I dodged one ghost, but the animation was too long, so I still ended up losing out on that exchange. Oh, now you throw two of them. God damn it. That was so smooth at first, and then just a little bit, it went awry there. Hey. You're not supposed to go off screen unless I bully you off screen. Rude. Yeah, I keep positioning wrong for that. I just love the fact that I can just push them around the screen, though. That is so funny to me. It goes just far enough to the side that it isn't gonna go long on, that you get it clipped even if you don't stay on that side. I think the key might actually be getting just a well-timed double jump in the middle of it. Unless you can fake him out like that, which I have not been managing to do consistently. Because this doesn't seem like it's actually that hard to fight. Yeah, there we go. A well done double jump there is also perfect for that. Oh, that's why. That attack does a shitload of damage. That's why this is such a problem. Okay. I wondered why my health would drop so quickly. Now I know. He hits really hard when he does manage to hit. Let the DVD screensaver attack stop. Get dunked on. Oh, that didn't count because we both died. God damn it. Oh, and I didn't even get the sub-weapon box this time either. I got robbed of the sub-weapon. What the hell, game? Come on. I knew that was really greedy of me to go for it like that, but I didn't think I was gonna get punished that badly. This attempt is going really badly. Screensaver away. Screensaver attack away. Got him. Didn't even need a sub-weapon. At least you're with your sister now. And then our ears went away again. Gallagher's Fortress. 2 hours in and we're on the final stage. Shadow summoning bar recharges faster. Really? That's all I got out of that? Lame. That is really fast, though. I guess they mean you to use it a lot more than I have been. But I haven't needed it. Like, sub-weapons just are a lot more effective, in my opinion, so far. Okay, this is annoying. Okay, we got, like, flying bone sections. Oh, you've got to be joking me. Huh. Can I? Nope, sure can't. Okay, so I need to throw across there before I jump onto that ledge. Good to know. I get the feeling we're gonna be on this final stage for a bit. If for nothing else, but because of gotchas like that. On the bright side, this will be first game done for the month. And it'll probably be one of two, because I assume we're gonna get Night of Lotus done this month. These seem really hard to avoid getting hit by. Like, maybe I'm supposed to slide? I don't know. Scythes. I disagree with that jump not landing, but okay, game. I felt like I got pushed back, like, the smallest bit when I went for that jump. But maybe I just misread it. I don't know. That time I got hit out of the air. I know what happened there. And I gotta say, I appreciate them not limiting you based on, like, a set amount of lives or continues or anything. But with the length of the game, I am actually somewhat surprised that they didn't. It's like, I am not what I would not call myself an expert at this type of game. Like, sure, I've played a decent amount of them in my day, but I would never count myself great at these. And I'm just blowing through, so. Part of that being, of course, the fact that there is no limit on lives or anything. If there were lives, I would have had to restart by now. Oh, most likely. Unless there was a very generous amount of them. Like, that's just something I have to acknowledge. Could I have done this better? Absolutely. Between being a little bit more careful and doing this when I was at top form, I absolutely could have done better. Am I going to bother doing better? Maybe someday, but I don't think so. I think this is, as usual, going to be a one and done. I hate the slide, though. I actually have to say that I really do not like the slide. I like the fact that it's there, but the input window for it is a little too wide. is I let go of down before pressing A, but since there was the tiniest amount of the crouch still left when I pressed A, it counted him as sliding. Like, there was probably the last frame it possibly could have happened there. And that's what fucked me on that one. Because I had absolutely let go of down by the time the slide happened. Like, you guys can't see my hands, nor can you see the controller, but trust me when I say that I had let go of the down input by then. Because I may be stupid sometimes, but I know not to slide off those ledges. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we went back to the clip and I was still crouching as far as the game was concerned at that point. I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying there was a delay after the input that caused that to be the problem. And there it is again, where I end up in that perfect position of you lose the exchange on that corner and get pushed back instead of onto the platform. I really should have double jumped there, but again, it looks so lined up perfectly, so you're like, I don't need to double jump. And then you die. But again, dying a bunch on the final stage kind of is expected. That's how final stages should be. They should be a killer. And this is honestly not unfair so far. So credit to them for that, making it a lot harder without being unfair. The closest to unfair was that cheeky trick they did with the falling platform. And that's kind of something I should have expected. So I can't even say that that's unfair. It was just kind of mean. Now, this boulder loop here, this is a bit upsetting. But again, it's entirely fair. It's just kind of upsetting. And it's another case of I just needed to prepare ahead of time. Because what I can do is break enough of the wall over there. And I think I can just jump straight through. Yeah, this way I don't have to risk it doing the input thing to me again. Because that's, of course, what that's designed to do, I'm sure, is to trick you into sliding incorrectly. What the hell is going on with these things? Okay, they explode. Good for them. Well, that wasn't so bad, and it gives a full heal, so... That's the other thing that makes this game more reasonable than it may look from the outside, is the amount of healing they give you is actually fairly generous. So you actually can usually maintain as long as you don't play completely reckless stupid. Something in my eye, hang on. There we go. I was so worried that that was going into the lava there. Actually, let's discuss this right quick while I can finish fixing that thing that's in my eye. Couple things they did that make the balance actually feel right in this. Most of the enemies don't take a lot of hits. They get at you quickly and they are fairly frequent, but they don't have a ton of health. So you're under constant threat, but as long as you are paying attention and you move and attack appropriately, you can keep complete control of the field. The amount of sub-weapons they provide to you provides you with the ability to do exactly that. That's where a bunch of retro-inspired games of this type kind of go wrong, is a lot of enemies have too much health. The amount and positioning that they're in. Is like, there's some really rude positioning in this game, but thanks to the sub-weapons and the amount of health that the enemies have, it ends up working out, because you can account for their presence. I wanted to address that because of the fact that I frequently complain about enemy positioning and things like that. And a bunch of the positioning would absolutely be the kind I would complain about. But again, you have the tools to actually have counterplay to it, so it's fine. If I was playing this like with only the sword or something, then the enemy positioning in a lot of places would be completely wretched and terrible. Like, even then, it would still be playable to get past them, but it would be so much worse. Okay, he didn't drop health that time. I didn't expect him to, but I was hoping. Let's see, we got two choices, and honestly, I'll risk this path, because it leads to something I can break through. Just a slot machine, huh? That's the answer I was afraid of, but I was hoping for better. Okay, never mind. Guess we'll go the spider way. I would have rather go spider way if I had scythes on hand. Oh, none of this is healing, huh? Oh, that's a shame. I can't help but feel that they put these bombs in here actually as a trap item, because it's the exact opposite of what you want. Which, despite how I reacted to that kind of trick being played when we were playing Ghouls and Ghosts, I'm not opposed to the idea of trap items. Like items that are purposely placed to be useless. Is the rest of our tool set works well enough that we can kind of, again, work around the problem. The player needs to be provided ways to still be effective, no matter what the game does to them. I'm not asking it to be easy or straightforward, just you need to at least feel like you're still functional. There were cases, like in Ghouls and Ghosts, where you had an item so bad that you really couldn't do anything with it. Alright, I guess I'll just press this lever. Nothing bad will happen. Yeah. I figured the gargoyles were gonna awaken. But apparently they're not the actual enemy. We've got this, like, Vega wannabe over here, who doesn't have much health since they changed color already. Ah, there we go. There's the trick. Okay. I was like, there's gotta be a trick to this. They're losing health way too fast. Ah, the eyes are lighting up there. That's the trick, huh? You gotta do this a certain amount of times. There we go. Specifically, it had to be 3 times. I gotta say, with the attack range they had and the angles they jumped at, I feel like that was a real non-issue fight. I think that could have had a little bit more going on, and it would have been fine. It's like, it only added 1 clone, and the clone was very easily destroyed. I feel like you could have added a second clone to the third round at least, and it would have been reasonable. Especially with how easily removed the clones were. But it also was only a mini-boss, so it's not like it needed to be a big thing. It just felt slightly weird for that late a mini-boss to be just that much of a non-issue. The spiders are actually a great example of something that has more health than it probably should. Because they're not really a threat, they're just kind of in the way. So them taking a lot of hits to get rid of just is kind of annoying. I don't really see that many situations where they're actually going to present a threat, despite how much health they have. Because you're not pressured into them in any way, so they just kind of exist. And it is great when your input just doesn't get taken. That's a thing that happens sometimes. 'Cause I definitely pressed up to grab the fence, it just didn't care. And I didn't get hit, as far as I could tell. So I don't really know why it wouldn't have... Oh... There we go. Yeah, because presumably the threat of these large spiders is supposed to be the fact that they make the little spiders, but not only do they not make them that quickly, the little spiders are also a similar case of a non-issue. You'd have to stupidly jump over there or be out of sub-weapon or something for them to be even a remote threat. And even if you're out of sub-weapon, you can just summon one of your spirits to handle things. Like that time, I just sat there like a fool, and that's why they got me. Because I rested on my laurels thinking my attack range was going to hit it. Which was clearly a mistake. But that's pretty much the only way those can be a threat to you, since they have to run into you to hurt you. They are basically an instant kill if they do hit you, considering they're almost always on these grates, and you can't regain control, it seems, once you get hit. Which I'd say that's an issue, but honestly, again, with the kind of game this is, it makes perfect sense. And it's usually not a big enough problem for it to get out of hand. Like, the spider taking a bunch of hits actually made sense in that specific spot, just because it was trying to stop you just in time for that arc of stones to hit you. That one made sense. These spiders are just kind of here. I really don't know what the deal with this one is. Like, they have an angle to run into you, so I guess it makes sense that they're there. It's just a little weird. Like, it's almost like a case of, there's not enough spiders in this game. Let's put more spiders in. But, you know, maybe the devs like spiders. I don't know. I actually don't know if this is a multi-dev project either, or this was a solo or not. I misjudged the distance. That one's on me. Mind wandered for just a moment, and that was enough to be a problem. I'm getting too hasty now. Like, that's where the spiders are a danger, is if you're trying to rush. Which I guess that's exactly why they exist, is they're an anti-rushing measure. Like, either for against speedrunners or just people who are way too reckless. Which, as we all know, ordinarily I'm very reckless. In an area like this where I can just be touched and die, though, I don't have a choice but to be kind of careful. Like, if it was possible to be hit and then grab back onto the wire more effectively, I wouldn't even worry about it. I would just not pay any mind to the spiders and just pull through them. But since it's basically an instant kill, I have to have respect for that. There we go. Get rid of that. Now I have no distractions. We were right there at the end, too, when we died. God damn it. I can't say I'm surprised, but god damn it anyway. But on the bright side, we got here with full health. And full health is not gonna matter here, huh? And of course, a game like this had to have a clock tower-esque sequence. Of course. Technically, we already had one, but you know. Now we had to have a more significant one. Oh, it's a shop. Okay, this is actually probably worth it then. This is definitely worth it. Just buy that fucker out. Give me all the things. Alright. Full power. Yeah, that's the one downside to the fancy sides. Well, I'm grateful to them for having put checkpoints in for this climb. If I fell all the way back to the bottom, I would have been very upset. Nope, fucked it up. I'm glad these don't have Mega Man respawning enemies. Damn it. This is actually a really tight jump to make, huh? I kind of have to predict it arriving a little bit. Or maybe I'm just meant to jump over here. That's probably more likely. There's the exit. Slot machine? No, an array of boxes, huh? Let's not actually go crazy with that. Knife, scythe. Let's wait for those to despawn. Because I want to recharge my sub-weapon, but I don't want to end up with the wrong sub-weapon. There we go. And there's health and curse charge here. I'm assuming then we're reaching the end, probably. We just need to not fuck this up. I say, knowing full well I've now horrifically jinxed myself, but you know, it's fine. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. This is very easy to fall off of. Oh, we zooming. Huh, okay. Not easy to fall off of anymore. That's good news. And Gallagher, I presume? I did not expect you to make it this far. That idiot Samantha should have made a better job of it. On the bright side, you will soon be seeing your betrothed again. It's over, Gallagher. You will pay for your crimes. Oh, look at him. He's suddenly buff. Oh, he hits really hard, too. Looks like he's got a knife as well. Huh. Huh, this is gonna be as bad as I thought it was gonna be. He throws caltrops, he's got energy balls, he's got a knife, he's buff as hell. He has a good chunk of contact damage as well. Like, his pattern itself doesn't actually seem like it's that bad. He's just really hard to keep avoiding. Though I gotta say, buffest old man ever. Jesus Christ. Give Master Roshi a run for his money. I will not be so easily distracted. I will, however, jump on the caltrop because I forgot it was there.
I started blasting. Bang, bang. Oh, I don't see so good, so I missed.
I really thought I was going to jump past that. I'm kind of worried because he doesn't have a ton of health. I mean, I'm assuming there's a second phase. Thanks, game. Thanks for sliding, even though I did not at all hold down once again. That's my only genuine mechanical complaint, again, is that slide that keeps happening when I don't want it to. And it might even be this controller is dying after many, many years of service. It wouldn't shock me. Okay. That counted me as making contact with the angry old man. Yeah, because he hasn't pulled out any new moves or anything, and he's almost dead, so I feel like there's gonna be another phase. God damn it, though. The fact that he does, like, 2 blocks of health no matter what he hits you with is kind of a problem. Though every move he has a counter. And I like that. Because that's the thing. This is actually a pretty good fight. All things considered, this is a pretty good fight. I can't say it's a great fight, but it's pretty good because it's a reasonable balance between he is very dangerous, but he's reasonably avoidable. There we go. What's your second phase? Yep, he's getting wings. Or there's a demon in him. Okay, that's a thing. That's not what I thought was happening here. He's now got a rocket boost demon form. Okay, so I need to get through this form a lot cleaner. And what's that catchphrase, everybody? Oh, right, I hate being right. Yeah... That second form was a lot more than I expected it to be. I guess at least he's not stealing my abilities. There's that. He's not beating me with my own shoe. He is, however, beating me with his shoe, because I keep getting hit in the head with his goddamn foot. I just gotta be so much more patient on this phase. And I'm gonna probably need to save my scythes for phase 2, actually. Problem is, he's actually reasonably hard to hit in melee without getting hit. What if I told you the answer is yes? Yep, dead there. God, contact damage is such a nightmare. Son of a bitch. That's something this game could have done with, was health extensions. Especially to have your final fight doing double damage on every hit. Health extensions would have been nice. It's like, his pattern is easily read. That part's not the problem. I just keep getting clipped on the edges of his hitbox, like right there when he jumps back over me. You would think you'd be safe, but for some reason, he's got just enough space around that foot that it keeps clipping me. That one was purely my own fault. Is I keep not thinking he jumps twice. And I jump into him like a goddamn fool. Yeah, because the answer to a lot of his attacks is just jump and then ground stab at him. If you're close enough. Those times where that double jump just doesn't work. So frustrating. Because that was so clean up until that double jump just didn't happen, even though I did the input for it. Because as we all know, the double jump is not complicated. It's literally just press jump again while you're in the air, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. And if anybody's wondering, yes, I'm throwing that attempt because it was already off kilter from the start. So there was no point in continuing that one. But now I'm getting frustrated, which means I'm going to start playing like a jackass, and this whole thing's going to take 3 times as long as it needs to now. Just kill me. There's no point in continuing that fight with 2 hits left, because it's literally I'm going to die in 1 hit. So, why did I do that? I know better than to do that. But this is another perfect example of a first phase that takes a bit too long, especially for how much of a nothing fight this kind of is. And then the second phase is going to kick my ass, but we're going to be stuck here in purgatory for God knows how long because of how long this first phase is. I keep reflexively jumping there at the beginning, and I know it's the wrong move. But I've just gotten into this weird loop in my head now, and I have to break back out of it.
Run away! Run away!
If only. There is no running from this. Short of giving up on beating this game, which I am not inclined to do right now since we are so close. But it depends on if he's got a third form. If he's got a third form, I might call that a loss, because I will lose my goddamn mind trying to beat that. God, your hitbox is so upsetting. And there's that double jump not working again. Because here's the thing, I have iframes on the drop down with that dive attack. That's the other reason why it's the right choice for this fight. Unless I time it wrong, of course. So not only is it a way around his attack in the first place, but it's a way around the jank hitbox around his foot when he's jumping over us. And then there's these times where I feel like I started the double jump and then slammed down, but I don't actually get the wave. So I guess I'm doing it too early? Like, maybe I just need to have a certain amount of height for it to count. And since I'm trying to do it fast in order to be able to maneuver afterwards, that's probably why it's not working. God, quit landing on my head. Quit it. I'm not a Goomba. And I refuse to be treated as such. Yeah, that time I knew I cut short, but I didn't have the time to do the full jump. See, it is very easy to catch him in a loop, though. It's just the fact that every now and then I'm like a pixel too far to one side, and he kicks me in the goddamn head. And I don't think it's consistent. That's what's fucking with me with that. I don't think he's jumping the same distance every time. Like, I feel like there's just a very, very small difference between some of those jumps, and that's what's making it a problem. Because there's the jump he does from the edge there, and then there's the jump he does from the fight we're doing here in the middle. Those are different ranges. I think that's part of what's setting me up for failure. Of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm trying to fit extra attacks in to speed this up. And that's where I'm getting hit half the time. This one's over. Just kill me. And again, for those who might not have heard me say it before, I'm saving the scythes for the second phase. In case anybody's like, well, why don't you just finish that phase with the scythes? Then what am I gonna do to kill the second phase? We don't have enough scythes for both. I was too close. It's so easy to just end up just slightly off on this pattern and he just hits you like 6 times and it's over. And then I do stupid shit like that and I just want to die. No, I'm not even trying this time. All I'm going to do is frustrate myself if I try after I made a stupid mistake at the start of the fight. That puts us at a disadvantage. because there's literally no reason for me to jump there. But I do it anyway for some stupid reason. I took one swing too many there. See, that one, it absolutely did not look like he made contact, but I took damage. That's exactly what I'm talking about when I say the hitbox there might be slightly off. There we go. I fixed that mistake. I don't know if 2 hits worth of health is going to be enough for that second phase. It's really going to... Oh, well, this definitely isn't going to be enough health. At this point, though, I just want to actually get to see that second phase again. I'm not going to, though, because I keep mismeasuring that jump. I hate everything right now. This is another perfect example of a final fight that just makes me hate the mechanics of the game. And I can't even say that this is a bad fight. It's literally just that one move that I think they need to address where his foot actually is in space, because it's not... It doesn't look right. They squared off that hitbox, I think, and that's where it went wrong. Sure, sometimes he is absolutely making contact, and I accept those. That's not the problem. It's the times where he very clearly is not touching me, but I'm taking 2 hits of damage anyway. And then there's times like that where I just am not allowed to move for some reason. Because I definitely was hitting input there, and it just was like, nah, you're fine. You can stand there and take that hit. Like, I know we have a bit of time before we can move again after we do the ground stab, but I was pretty sure that animation finished, and I still couldn't move. Kicked in the back of the head again. I hate that I was right in my prediction that we were going to be on the final fight longer than most of the game. Because that's what this is going to turn into at this point, is I'm going to be fighting this guy for like 2 hours. And half of it's my own fault, because I'm getting tilted, and I know that. Because this is just annoying. It's the classic issue of you have to redo the first phase and waste your time because you died to the second phase. I've never agreed with this philosophy, because it ends up being a matter of, oh, I guess I just have to get that first phase perfect 1,000 times, or get the second phase perfect really fast. Yay! Repetition is fun. Ugh. Like, and I get that it's purely because I hate repetition with a passion that this is such an issue for me. And I understand that it's not a universal issue in the slightest. It is primarily a frustration point just for me and anybody else like me that really hates repeating things. And of course, somebody can make the joke of, well, if you hate repeating things, why do you keep losing? It's like, well, gee, if I had control over the idea of losing, we would have won a long time ago. Case in point right there. Pretty sure that shouldn't have hit, but you know. The designer clearly knows better than I do. Okay, I'm gonna get up for a minute because this is not gonna get any better. So just hold that thought a moment. I'm gonna run an ad, get up, clear my head a second, because this is just gonna keep getting worse. I'll be right back. All right, let's try again. Nope. Line that one up wrong, but that's okay. Just keep your head. Remember that there's a rhythm to these things. Let the rhythm guide you. There we go, phase one done. We have no health, so he's gonna just hit me once, but at least we're getting here this time. I do appreciate that this phase has different music. I didn't even see those pellets, if I'm honest. I was too busy trying to figure out what the hell he was doing up there. Double jump didn't happen. Too far over. And now my double jump's just not firing. What happened there? It failed me like 3 times in a row. And I think I'm starting to figure out what happened there. I think what's happening is I'm not releasing the button enough when I try to do it. So it's not actually registering it as a second input. It treats it as if I'm holding it instead. Because this button has gotten pretty soft with the wear and tear. So I think that issue is actually controller failure. I shouldn't have jumped. Jumping there was a mistake. It left me open for him to hit me back. There we go. Got 2 hits worth of health this time at least. Too early. I jumped incorrectly there. What? Okay, he becomes a bouncy ball too. Great for him. I really gotta stop breaking my own pattern. Because now I'm off alignment again. I had something working and I decided to deviate and now everything's going wrong. And if anybody's wondering how I'm determining where to stand to avoid the jumps, I'm going based on the background. Because he jumps a set distance based on the positioning every time. So you can just watch the background to know if you're in the right spot to avoid where he's landing. I really gotta remember my sword reaches higher than I think it does, so I can actually make contact with a lot more hits than I think as well. That will expedite this phase immensely. What's up, Snork? You're just in time for the final fight of this game that I started today. Because we powered through a lot of it quite well. This fight's just been a real pain. I'm pretty sure I've got this first phase down now. I'm just being sloppy because aggravation is taking hold. And I'm trying to find a better way to deal with him. Which is not working. I really should just have stuck with the pattern I knew worked. It would help if my double jump worked consistently, though. I mean, blessing and a curse there. At least you broke your record and you actually got through doing it. But yeah, there's gonna be some regret there for sure. Still, well done on doing it. I got greedy. And I was slightly off alignment again. Because all it takes is one mistake and then the whole alignment goes out of whack. This old man has just too goddamn much health. Exactly. It's important to do, it just stings. Ah, I didn't jump far enough. Come on, get back in alignment, you old bastard. Oh, sure, that counts as me getting hurt, even though he disappeared before my animation ended. Sure thing, game. And, like, I'd be chasing him when he jumps more, but we just don't have the mobility for that to be practical. And I could use my projectiles, but as I discussed before, saving those for the second phase. Been really not having great sleep still, and I woke up not feeling great, but been powering through and it's been working out. And my weekend has basically been this the entire time, so mixed results on the enjoyment. The whole game was great. This fight is also not bad, it's just pissing me off. Damn it. Is we just don't have enough health for mistakes to really be permissible in this fight at all. After a game that really didn't care if you made mistakes because it was very forgiving, this is a very unforgiving fight. Yep. Yep. This attempt's probably a wash. Like, don't get me wrong, final fights are meant to be much less forgiving than the rest of the game. That's fairly standard. But I feel like this is just a little too far a jump from the rest of the game in terms of how dangerous he is. I feel like him doing 2 blocks of health with everything he does, even in his first phase, is a little overkill. I feel like it'd be more reasonable if phase 1 did 1 hit of health and then phase 2 did 2. Or even if it was just like his energy ball or something that did 2 when everything else did 1. That would also make reasonable sense. But like, even catching the Caltrop on its way down does 2 hits of health. I feel like that's just not okay. And how long he takes to get through that first phase is where some of my mistakes are coming in from, because I'm just getting sick of this phase. So I make stupid mistakes trying to speed through it. Because I am just tired of fighting this stupid old man. I've already proven I can beat him. We don't need to keep doing this over and over again. It also really doesn't help when this game just drops an input or two. Which some of that might just be the amount of things I have running at once right now. Between the VTuber software, OBS, and everything else. So I'm not gonna guaranteed blame the game for the dropped inputs either. Especially not with how good it's been about that for the most part. But that doesn't mean I'm happy about any of it happening. I thought he was gonna die on that hit. I miscalculated. God damn it. Now we're doing this part with 1 hit of health again. Yay! Which means we're fucked again. Because I still don't know enough of his pattern in this phase to guarantee not getting hit at all. Especially when I get too far ahead of myself. That is way too much for me to get through right now, Snark. I will read that the next time I pause to catch my breath on this idea. Just kill me. Every goddamn time the double jump doesn't happen. Okay, what the hell is this novel over here? Yeah, no, you are correct about that. I'm not sure why this came up, but yes. There have always been things, not necessarily drugs or alcohol necessarily in the modern sense in some cases, but there have always been things people have used as a solution to problems that are... There are means to modify how you feel. Or there are means to modify your condition. Because, like, even caffeine is a drug, and caffeine is one of the most widely used things to help people feel better about things. Usually feel better about the concept of having to get up in the morning. And even that has negative effects on the human body, but it is a widely accepted thing. And I can't say that I've had a bad day, per se. I just woke up in bad shape, and it's been mostly up from there. It's like I said, I've been enjoying this game, except for this part. This right here has been a chore. And we were so close to getting through it in good shape, and then Screwjob happened again. This demon form also looks familiar. Because they're meant to be incredibly difficult so that people don't just easily get through them. It makes sense. But the thing that makes it a problem is developers overshoot the mark. They make the end harder, which is what they're supposed to do, but they make it too much harder. There's some of that in there. There's a lot of things he looks like. That's the problem. I think I can't pick the one that's sticking out of my brain on that. It looks like a lot of fairly generic demons, if I'm honest. Ooh, actually, no, I think I know exactly what I'm thinking of, and I'll explain in a moment here. It's a mix of the pose and the sprite that's hitting me, and I think I know exactly what I'm thinking of here. But I'm gonna get him back on screen before I explain. Damn it. That was almost a hitless attempt on it, but I got clipped with the goddamn foot again. God damn it. I keep ending up just that one tiny bit too close to him on that landing. He's also going to be in the wrong spot for me to make this very easy to see. There we go. So, because of the arm-crossed pose and the design he has, he actually reminds me specifically of the first boss, the first real boss from Demon's Crest back on the SNES. That's what immediately sparked to mind when I looked at him. He's just missing the better formed wings. That's about the only thing different here. And he's, of course, larger. If games had scoreboards of who won how many fights against bosses, people would uninstall a lot more games. Because they'd realize how many times they tried something. And they'd start to hate it. More than people like me already do. Yeah, this phase isn't actually that hard. You know, aside from getting past the bombardment attack there. That's the only really dangerous attack he has. But getting there is the problematic part. This phase is actually the more dangerous one because he's just spamming a lot of attacks around, and you only have a very narrow margin to fully avoid it, while also still being able to get anything done. Because, like, a lot of his attacks are very easily counterable, as I discussed before. I shouldn't have went for the item right there. That was a mistake. But I wasn't sure if it was going to still be there when we got to the demon form, and I need it for that form. But I think I am right not going for it early like I had been doing before, because it puts me out of position for punishing most of his attacks. And then there's the stupid contact damage, which is the worst thing ever created in video games. But we've had that discussion enough times, I don't need to do that again. But I stand by my feelings that that is genuinely the worst design decision anyone who's ever created a video game has ever had. And that actually stands ahead of microtransactions, by the way. I hate contact damage more than I hate the idea of microtransactions. Why did I jump there? I know exactly why, but why? Like, it's the old, I know why, but why? No, it's just people who don't know how to code making shitty decisions. The attacks are dangerous enough. There is plenty enough happening here without him dealing damage by running into me. And I'd accept the jumping counting as an attack. But when he's just standing there, he shouldn't be hurting me. That's just not how anything makes any sense. But contact damage came about because in older games, there were only so many ways they could actually animate anything or do anything to make them able to attack you. So contact damage came about most likely as a workaround, and then it just happened to stick around. Because part of it is, it has become part and parcel with retro games for contact damage to be a thing to a certain degree. So things that attempt to be like that will mistakenly take contact damage as a good idea. It's like, I get it. You're not supposed to touch the boss. And that part of it makes sense. But, like, if he's standing still, why exactly does this man in armor take damage from this old man wearing basically nothing, aside from pants, just by walking into him? He clearly has to charge his power in order to throw an orb, so it's not like he's got a constant magic aura going on around him. That's just clearly not true. And again, that one specific spot where I keep getting hit, he does not actually make contact, but we lose anyway. And I'm off kilter again now because I'm trying to explain all of this crap, which is taking just enough focus off of what I'm doing to make this suck again. It's around. You absolutely can deflect a lot of ranged attacks in a lot of games, just not this one. Usually it's tied to an upgrade, but it's definitely a thing. Like, it would either be tied to an upgrade or you actually might have to parry it, but it would be the same thing as if you just hit it with your melee weapon, really. But there's a lot of games that won't allow you to do that because it would make the game a cakewalk at that point if you could do that. Because you gotta remember, there are many games that use enemies having ranged attacks as a replacement for understanding how to properly scale difficulty. And I say that even towards games I like. Yeah, I might need to just replace this controller or something before this fight's over, because I cannot get my double jump to work very frequently now because of the speed at which I'm hitting the button, making it think I'm holding it because this button's not resetting properly now. It kind of looks like bananas. Like, I'm assuming they're Caltrops because he's ninja themed and everything. But maybe we'll find out a monkey tail comes out when he dies and he's actually Donkey Kong. This just in the end, he is just Donkey Kong and I am Armored Mario. Because if you think about it, this whole game started because our character's love died. Clearly, Donkey Kong just moved up from kidnapping to murder. So Mario scaled up his response from hitting him with hammers to stabbing him and blowing him up with magic. Really, this all just makes sense. And of course, it's the time I'm talking stupid nonsense like this that I'm doing the best. Because I'm fueled by the power of invincible small Mario. He is with me now. There we go, perfect. And now while he gets his shit together, now we grab the scythes. Okay, we got some free E-Rain here. Too early. Alright, Blanca. That actually worked? Huh. Interesting. Woo! 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 Damn it. Yep, there goes that full health. I cannot avoid that attack. That's the whole problem with that phase at this point, is I have such trouble avoiding that attack. I can't when it matters, Snork. That's the problem. Whenever it comes down to it, that is the attack that kills me. Let's not mince words right now. I ain't got time for that. I appreciate the thought behind that statement, but we all know that that's exactly the situation here. And I think I'm starting to understand where I'm going wrong when it is killing me, and it's... I shouldn't be trying to solve it by jumping. Jumping isn't the answer to that. I don't know if it was a fluke that the slide worked, but I think I understand the actual answer to that move. What's happening that's getting me killed with that is I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm trying to dodge the ground burst before the projectile even hits the ground. That's where I'm going wrong with that. And I'm off timing right now, which is why I'm not even worrying about this attempt. But I needed to get that thought out into the air, and I needed to split my focus too much to get that thought out there. So I knew any attempt there was going to be a wash. And people may or may not have noticed, but there's a trade-off I can do with my dive. If I dive into him directly, I do more damage to him, but I take a hit. Because I'm in contact with him longer, so it deals its damage longer. And that was just me timing things wrong there. But we've learned that I can save grabbing the scythes for when he's doing his whole laugh at me animation. I just fucked up the timing so badly there. I pressed jump, but it just didn't take the first time. Problem is, I don't have another controller in convenient reach that I can guarantee that this is going to pick up immediately. Because I've never tested plugging and unplugging a controller with this game, and I don't want to risk having to reboot it, because I'm pretty sure I'd have to start the stage over again. It is funny how he keeps ending up on the other side like that. I mean that. I also feel like he could do with being a little shorter in the second phase, because that's a really tight jump to make. Yep, I'm off tilt again. I do want to point out, though, we've officially been on this fight longer than half of the game now. Because we've been on this fight for about an hour now, I think. Just, you know, a little fun fact for everybody out there. And this is exactly the reason why I question so hard why they make final bosses so much harder. Because it starts coming into questionable territory when your game is shorter than your final boss fight. Like, don't get me wrong, if I had done this first try, we would have been done with this game by, like, 2.5 hours in today. So what I feel like might have been better for this game in particular is if they added, like, another stage or two, or made the stages a bit harder, but made this guy a little more reasonable. I feel like that would be a better package overall. That said, with how abusable his patterns are proving to be, they built this to be a matter of pattern memorization, not a matter of trading hits. And I understand that. And that's a respectable move to make. I don't have a problem with that inherently. The problem is, there's enough leeway for him to get free hits on some of those attacks that you can easily recognize the pattern for, but still be hit by. And that's where I draw a line on that one that I'm not sure is actually as good an idea as they thought it was. Because I can't say that the logic isn't sound. The logic here is sound. And it is by no means a badly designed fight. I just feel like it would be fairer on the player if even some of his attacks did less damage instead of all of them doing 2. Just because of the fact that the player has a limited health pool and no means of fixing that in any way, shape, or form between phases. Even if there was like a 2-point heal somewhere in this area, that would also fix this. Like, I'm not asking for a full heal between phases. That's too much. That would make this too easy. But especially with how long it takes to get through this phase, even when you're doing it right, as shown here so far. Or right as far as I can tell. There's probably another trick I'm missing to make this faster. Of course, you know, God forbid he actually be hittable through half of that attack, so we got hit just because I was trying to end that phase. Yep, I botched this so badly. But yeah, see, that attack is just a matter of positioning in between the shells. Oh, I'm out of those, huh? That's upsetting. I couldn't turn around quick enough. Because our basic ground movement is very slow. I'm gonna lose those scythes, aren't I? No, I managed to get them, but I took a really big... Yep. Took a really big risk getting them. Had a feeling. I suppose it wouldn't be practical for them to just code us to have the scythes when you respawn in this fight, huh? Is then, you know, what do you do for the people that don't want it? But at the same time, then you just choose not to use it. Shouldn't have went for that swing, just kill me. There's no point going into that second phase with only 1 hit of health, though. We can get a good chunk of work done in that phase. Nice. Enjoy that pizza. You've earned it, for sure. God damn shitty double jump. And I know it's not... I can't confirm that it's the double jump's fault, but it is because of the double jump that happens. Which is why the double jump's what gets blamed for that all the time. It is specifically the double jump not happening that's the problem there. There we go. That's a way to clock more damage the easy way there. Is when he gets stuck in that corner, but I keep being out of position for it. But by moving over slightly, I think we've got something there. Yeah, if only I had the money to spare for that kind of idea. Yep, I fucked up. I fucked up. God damn it. Too close to him. It's like, look at how much damage we take off him because we can just keep hitting him when he's in that corner. That's the real key to this fight, I think. But the problem is sometimes he actually slides forward when he does that, so I can't, like, stay near him guaranteed when he does that, or I might catch a stray hit there. And judging from the mistakes I keep making in the second phase, I can ill afford to have extra mistakes being made. But at least this confirms that there was, in fact, more damage I could be dealing to expedite this. I really just gotta stop getting kicked in the goddamn head. Wait. What hit me there? Something hit me as the screen flashed. Did I walk into a caltrop that I didn't see? I thought they despawned. But maybe it hadn't despawned yet, and I just screwed myself there. And obviously the momentary confusion there definitely threw me under the bus. I shouldn't have slided. I thought I was in the line he was shooting at, but no, I was safe. I'm just an idiot sometimes. And now I've gone and thrown this whole thing out of whack for a moment, so I may as well just die. As soon as I end up accidentally breaking that box, it all starts getting out of hand. God damn it. That's the problem with going for those extra hits when he's over there, though, is I end up out of alignment for when he starts jumping back and forth again. But I can use the time when he's throwing the shot to make my way back. I just need to be more attentive to doing that. And of course, watch out for the caltrops. Like, I feel like I have a good understanding of this fight at this point, which is why I'm getting frustrated that we can't manage to end it. Is you would think the point where you understand the fight for the majority of it should be the point where you win. Any fight that takes longer than that probably needs a little more tuning. Because I understand every single move he makes at this point, as far as I can tell. And I understand the counter to every move he makes. The only thing left is execution, and we've done most of that as well. And I'm not asking to get the reward without doing the work. I just feel like I've already done the work, but I've not gotten anything back for the work. If that makes sense. Perfect. All right. Now to just manage to get through this shit. I do like the track for this fight, for this second phase here. Damn it. I should have jumped there. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, is this where it all goes wrong? Really, all of those missed, huh? Okay. And I forgot he does the room crossing spin. Ah, just has too much fucking health. Is like, I see a great opportunity to get more hits in on him. I'm just being too careful in that phase at this point is the best way to put it. I know with the amount I'm dying, it may not seem like I'm being careful, but careful's not the right word. I'm being hesitant on certain portions of that fight that I shouldn't be hesitating on. And if I could just clear that hesitation out, we'll have that phase in hand. Because I'll be able to fit in more sword swings and actually be able to kill him. Like right there when he's charging up the dash. Look how much more damage we've already clocked on him. And when he's laughing is, of course, a very easy opportunity to clock a lot of damage. The problem is I need to not be too greedy with how I go for that. I keep misreading the center of that triangle shot as well. That tri-shot clips me more often than the other shot now, because I've started to get a handle on that one. Because it's worth remembering, we have that double damage sword, so our sword actually does significantly more damage than everything else at this point in the game. But I've not been using it because I've been trying to be so damn careful about my approach on that second phase. Trying to rely on the scythes. Which works, but it takes longer. Which thus leads to me making a mistake. Of course, I made a fucking mess of that round. Nope, too early. I botched that so bad because I got in my own head about trying to get close to hit him. And that's gonna be what's gonna kill us a few times. Because I gotta figure out the timing of when I can get away with things like that. Nope, I'm just getting clipped again now. And he's also doing the charge stab a lot more instead of staying in the corner. I think he has to actually be fully in the corner for him not to do the dash. That might actually not be intended behavior, and I don't know why it just stopped for a solid second. Oh. Computer? You okay? We just had a couple stutters there. I didn't drop any frames. I don't like that. I don't like that that was happening. The last time something like that happened was when the driver crashed. And I cleaned all of that up, so it shouldn't do that again. But if the stream suddenly ends, understand, I did not rage quit. The computer might die, Because I want that to be known. I would sooner have the computer give up the ghost rather than quitting out of this fight. Because I am in full spite mode at this point. Really, that counted as a trade? Come on. That was almost clean. Too early. But it gave me an opportunity to hit him. He went at a weird angle on that one. Too early again. There's such a delay on that dash. And now that I've changed my pattern for that fight, I keep getting in my own head about the timing on that. Like, I remain my own worst enemy in this fight. That also needs to be noted. I am a big part of my problem here. And I fully acknowledge that. But there are also things with this fight that could be a little nicer to the player. There's that stupid dash that I can never tell whether he's gonna do or not, short of I'm becoming more and more confident that he has to absolutely be in that corner for him not to dash. I didn't account for that caltrop being there because he's never jumped to that specific well, never is a strong word. It's rare that he ends up jumping to that spot to end up with that caltrop slightly to the right there. But we are getting to the second phase more consistently again. So there's that. Nope. I shouldn't even have bothered trying to go for it at that point. I threw my own timing off again. Yeah, the key to that is baiting him so he slides into that corner. Because I think it actually eats his movement when he slides into that corner. Because he does the same animation entirely there. So I think I might actually be breaking that slightly. Okay. And the whole down stab counter thing really is proving unnecessary. Oh hey, I hit him before he fully landed. So there's actually a hit point there. And it counted. Nope, I was out of alignment. Every time I try to start weaving attacks from the ghost in, I start taking extra damage. It's just that little part of my focus gets sent to making sure to hold that button down. And that's all it takes. I shouldn't back up at that spot. I know better. Nope, I mistimed the jump. That's the advantage to the dive attack, is it's much safer. Now that I'm trying something new again, we're getting destroyed. And to think, I was talking all kinds of stupid shit saying, oh yeah, this might be a short stream, everybody. No, this is gonna be regular length at this point. Because of this fucking guy. And now I'm just all kinds out of whack again. Give me those. Yeah, because as he's landing, you can get a free hit. I don't think it ends up amounting to much, but it entertains me. I jumped to avoid him landing on me, but I should have just slid. And I know that. I've known that this entire time. The problem is, knowing that and acting on it at that exact second are two very different animals. He wasn't quite in the corner. I obviously don't have the time to look at that right now, Snork, but thank you. Because I'm not going to break sequence to look at that, because all I'm going to do is shoot myself in the foot by doing that. Nope, I was all out of alignment there. Somebody call a mechanic. My alignment's all off. Now we're back in that loop again where he keeps catching me on the landings. Because I'm not coming back out of the corner quick enough now. Come on. There's so many of those times where it really feels like it shouldn't end up with me getting hit. But it does, because reasons. Why are you so fucking tall? Get in your corner. Why did I basically jumped up to catch that bullet like a fucking moron. We did that first fight so clean, and I've already lost half of that health. His stupid moves. Nope, I just could not read that for some reason at all. For some reason, when the shot is over at the edge, I just cannot read the placement between them. Those last two come in at just the wrong angle for my eyes to be able to read them. I'm also probably getting worn out enough at this point that my reading's gonna fall off even more anyway. How did that end up? I didn't turn around there. At least not willingly. Yeah, the obvious wisdom here would be to just wait until he starts doing his dashes to attack him at all. But that's gonna make this fight take so long. Okay, I wasn't crazy. There is a slight bit of tracking to those tri-shots. I saw it coming, but I couldn't do anything about it. I was still landing. I shouldn't have went for the shot there. I'm so glad that shot didn't count as hitting me. I got greedy. Like, if I can just figure out the positioning so I can stay under him when he's doing those tri-shots to get those scythes into him, then I think that will help immensely. It would probably help a lot if I actually counted how many bounces he did and started to get a feel for that too. Nope, I got out of alignment again. I don't know if he actually does a consistent amount of jumps, is the thing. Got him. I needed to use all my tools, and I wasn't using the ghost enough. Level 8 complete. Secret bonus? I don't know what the secret bonus was. Gabriel struck the final blow with such ferocity that the arc of his blade clove his nemesis in two. Flashing warning. There we go. Oh yeah, he's definitely in half now. Standing over the mutilated corpse, his hands red with blood, he honored the memory of his betrothed. In his He encountered Lyria, a strange maiden chained to a monolith. He released her from her bonds. From afar, the exhausted Gabriel watched the energy vortexes collapse and swallow up Galagar. He exploded. And then off on the horsey road. As the sun set, the Avenger rode from Exilia, fleeing his own inner darkness. No one ever knew what became of him. And who knows what happened to Lyria either. We freed her and then we disappeared. Okay, so it was at least a 2-dev project, judging from this list so far. Level design, they had some help with, but the majority was Carlos Azuaga. I don't know if that's a V or a U. Probably a U, Azuaga. Bunch of art by a bunch of people. 3 people worked on the music. 3 people on the sound effects. So, I want to say this now that I'm done with this. This is a very good game. There is actually nothing significantly wrong with that final fight. I still say it absolutely could get away with it doing half damage in the first phase, just because that first phase only exists to wear you down for the second phase. So rather than killing you every time, it would just weaken you before that second phase. But all in all, that actually was nowhere near as hard a final fight as I made it. I was the majority of the problem with that final fight, because I would either get greedy somewhere, I would misjudge a move, etc. The execution not working is on my own head. The pattern could be a little better, but it's fine. It's I think a $15 game. I got it for 10 because I managed to catch a good discount on Green Man. I will say, my only other complaint is the game's a little too short. I would say that that's a favorable statement to make about it, that I wanted there to be more of it. And this was kickstarted? Huh. Goes to show how long I've been out of Kickstarter. Which I still have another game I kickstarted years ago that's still in the it'll come out eventually phase. So that's a whole thing, but eh. Whew. I do think I probably could have cleared this a lot more cleanly had I done this on a day I hadn't had a bad night before it. So take some of what I was saying there in general with a grain of salt because of that as well. But like, full marks to the game for its presentation, both in art and sound, and everything relating to any of that. The story, of course, exists. It's the typical revenge story. Nothing really to write home there. I am going to find us a raid target, or at least take a look. While these credits continue to roll. I will say, the flashing light warning was not as necessary as I was worried it was going to be. I really thought there was going to be a lot more flashing involved in the game, and I'm very happy that there wasn't. Like, I want to point that out. I'm very happy that I didn't need the flashing light warning as badly as I expected. Because there was only, what, like 2 instances of serious flashing? That final kill there and then the stormy area, which wasn't even that long. So they at least didn't fall completely into the trap of old games as far as that goes. As much as they easily could have. And overall, honestly, this game didn't fall into nearly so many of the traps a few modern retro games fall into. There was not that many cheap kills compared to what there could have been. There was not an excessive life system. I still think the game could have actually gotten away with having a life and continue system, because the game as a whole wasn't that difficult. That said, that final fight makes me realize maybe it's a good thing that they didn't do that. And I will, of course, be adding this to the game clearing list. This is game 3 for the year, first one for the month. No, this is gonna be disappointing to people, but I think I'm actually not gonna raid today. I know I've been falling into that loop again, and I don't want to be in that loop, but I just also don't have the energy to pass on to people. Because I went looking through my list, and it's like, I don't have any of my easy people on right now. The people I can guarantee I can just raid into them and not have to think much talking to them. There's too many unfamiliar ones on right now that I would have to... I feel like I have to be careful how I speak, because they're still getting used to me. It's a whole thing. It's mostly just in my own head, and I know that, but it's something I'm working on. So, schedule for the week, while we're still waiting for the credits to finish, because apparently these credits are very long, because a lot of people kickstarted this game. Which is good, because it meant the game came out. But yeah, as usual, tomorrow, nothing, because it's Sunday. Monday was originally going to be a part 2 for this, but this is done now, so I don't entirely know what I'm going to do Monday yet. But there should be a stream Monday and Tuesday at the usual time. Yep, good night, Snork. Oh, actually, no, I stand corrected. I do know what I'm doing Monday. I have another Lurkit game that I will be doing on Monday. It was called Dark Gravity, I think it was. I think by Monday it'll be out, so I'll be able to do it. I got approved for that one last night, so I'll be doing my research and such tomorrow, and then we'll do that on Monday then. Tuesday, if I like Dark Gravity enough, maybe I'll do more of it. We'll see. Otherwise, I'll figure something out. Thursday will, of course, be back to Night of Lotus, which we might finish it that day. We'll see. It depends on how that day goes. In theory, we're currently going to still be doing another session of Enshrouded with Xeno on Friday, but it'll probably be another hour earlier if I can swing it, so it'll be better for Xeno. We'll see how that plays out, because at the rate I've been sleeping, in theory I'll still be able to do it, but it's all up in the air. Yeah, that covers basically the schedule for the week, I think. I was really hoping these credits would have ended sometime sooner. I can't speed them up. I can only end them. But since we're only in the G's now, and this is all Kickstarter backers, I am going to go ahead and end this. Because this was the thing I wanted to show off after the credits. There's now another character. We can play as Lyria now. There's a boss rush mode, a speedrunner mode, and now you have access to the credits screen. I am going to very quickly take a look at playing as Lyria. Also, that character select is just as loud as the stage select, apparently. Jesus Christ. But we're literally going to just open the game as the character. Okay, this is the same. She rides in just like Gabriel did. Actually, no, because Gabriel rode in on the back of the carriage at the start. He didn't have his own horse. So this is slightly different. She has default ranged attacks. Looks like she has the same sub-weapons. She does not have an inventory. Okay. She starts with double jump. This is interesting. I won't be replaying this today in this mode, but maybe at some point we may revisit this in Lyria mode. She can't slide, though. Okay. So she's faster by default, can't slide, has range, and starts with native double jump. Interesting. But that will do it for today. Thank you all for taking the time to be here. Sorry that fight took so much time and took so much out of me. But I appreciate all of you that stuck around, and I'll see you on Monday. Good night.